Hi, kindergarten friends. It's Mrs. Ott. Today, we are going to be reading our next book in our interactive read aloud called Three Hens and a Peacock. This is the next book in text set 19, Learning How to Be Yourself. This book was written by Lester L. Laminack and illustrated by Henry Cole. Let's take a look at the front cover of the book. Can you tell me what you see? Okay, we see three chickens, and we can guess that they're probably hens because the title of the book is called Three Hens, and we see a peacock here. Peacocks have beautiful feathers. Do you think that the peacock and the hens look similar in any ways? How do they look different? I am going to read Three Hens and a Peacock. How do you think the hens are feeling? Maybe mad, frustrated, surprised. The one in the middle kind of looks scared. Well, let's read the story to find out why the hens are upset. Three Hens and a Peacock. These are the end papers. It's the title page. Three Hens and a Peacock. Okay, from the title page, where do you think this story is going to be taking place? Yep, on a farm. That'd be my guess too. Written by Lester L. Laminack, illustrated by Henry Cole. Things were quiet on Tucker's farm. The cows chewed their cud. The hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. Once in a while, someone would stop to buy tomatoes or corn, perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual happened there until that peacock showed up. Okay, so take a look at the picture. How did the peacock arrive? Yeah, it looks like he fell out the back of a truck from a box. The cows and hens and the old hound kept right on doing what they've always done. But that peacock had never lived on a farm. He had no idea what to do. So he spread his fancy feathers and set to shrieking. Eventually, the peacock wandered down to the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out in his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock, and they all bought tomatoes and corn and eggs and milk. Business on the Tucker's farm was booming. Everyone seemed happy to have visitors stopping by. I see somebody or something that is not too happy. The hens do not look happy. Let's find out why. So people are stopping by to admire the peacock because they like it and they think that the peacock is beautiful. But trouble was brewing in the hen house. The hens were squawking and clucking and flapping their wings. We do all the work around here. I'd like to see that peacock lay one single egg. Exactly. He just struts around screaming. I suppose fancy feathers are more important than laying eggs. That lazy peacock gets all the attention, and we do all the work. Well, it sounds to me, friends, like the hens are jealous. The peacock had heard every word. For days he moped about, moaning and groaning. I wish I could be more useful around here. Huh, clucked one chicken. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here and be useful while you hens take the glamorous job down by the road? Interesting idea, isn't it? Do you think people are going to stop to admire hens? The three hens began clucking to one another. What a wonderful plan! Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight. And nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them. The peacock perked up. Let's do it, he declared. Tomorrow I'll stay here, sit on a nest and cluck. And we'll get all gussied up, said the hens. We'll be so glamorous. So glamorous means fancy. Do you think that this is going to work? That trading their jobs is going to attract customers to the farm? Do you think that the peacock is going to be able to lay eggs? At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down to the road. The peacock marched right into the hen house and poked his head inside. The hens flocked by the road, waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked and squawked and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers. But every car whizzed right on by. So did they stop? They didn't. The peacock sucked in his tummy and wiggled from left to right, trying to squeeze through the tiny hen house door. His front half was in. His back half was out. Does he fit? He is not fitting. Down by the road, those hens tried everything. Tried every chicken trick they knew. Still no cars stopped. Finally, the peacock made it into the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all of his might, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg. Not one. Why do you think the peacock can't lay an egg? Did you hear the narrator, the reader, refers to the peacock as a he? Can he lay eggs? No, only girls can lay eggs. The peacock's a boy. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. What's that peacock doing in the hen house? Asked Farmer Tucker. Who knows, said Mrs. Tucker. And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not a one of them is up here laying eggs. Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today, said Farmer Tucker. We need that peacock down there stopping cars. When the peacock heard that, he smiled the biggest smile you ever saw on a bird's beak. I am helping, he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house. Then he trotted off to find the hens. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. What a day! We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true. Why, most of them didn't even slow down. They look exhausted. The peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. I can tell you I'm no good at laying eggs, he said. I'm just not meant for it. One hen nodded. I put on my stellar strut, and even I couldn't stop a single car, she said. I have to hand it to you, Fancy Feathers. Your job is harder than it looks. The other hens agreed. The peacock looked relieved. So the hens marched back to the hen house. The peacock strutted down the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. And things were quiet again on the Tuckers' farm. Uh-oh. Boys and girls, look, one page back. Look what's happening. I see a truck with a box and something sticking out. Uh-oh. It looks like the box is opened. What is it going to show us on the last page? What do you think it could be? And all we see is a big egg. Friends, turn to someone and tell them what you think might be inside this big egg. Think of some animals that you know that lay eggs, like we talked about at the beginning of the year. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our book. Why does the peacock get so much attention? Yeah, he definitely has beautiful feathers, doesn't he? So people stop to admire him. Why does this upset the hens? Yeah, they think that he's not doing any work. They think they're doing all the work because they lay the eggs. Who has the idea for the peacock and the hens to switch jobs? Yeah, the dog, the old hound dog. It's his idea for them to switch. Do you think that the hound is going to know what will happen? Do you think he already knows that by switching jobs, they're going to realize that they're just really good at their own jobs? Yeah, he looks old and wise, doesn't he? The hens say some mean things about the peacock, and that definitely makes the peacock feel sad. What do the peacock and the hens learn at the end of the story? The hens and the peacock learn to be happy about what they do well, instead of wishing they could be more like each other. The setting of this story is where the story takes place. Where did the story take place? Very good. This story took place on the Tuckers' farm. All right. Thanks for listening today to our story, Three Hens and a Peacock. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty cute one. And the lesson that this story teaches us is to be ourselves. It's okay just to be yourself. You're good at something and maybe someone else is good at something different. And honestly, that is what makes the world go round. Have a great day.